Oh, it
Ready,
literally
man?
just turned off. Perfect. Yeah, I'm ready. I was literally
Alright,
just
perfect.
about to say I'm ready.
All right.
Uh-oh. Lead us in.
You ready to be let in?
You are now listening to the Da and Fa Show. Da and Fa Show. Now listening. You are now listening to the Da and Fa Show.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not 7 yet. That next week will be hitting good. That song will be hitting good next week.
What
Welcome
an intro.
to the Ja and Fa Pod, episode number 6. Fa, how are you?
I'm good, man. Been having a great morning so far. I gotta tell you. You know,
We just did an entire pod before the pod, basically.
I think we talked at least 20 minutes, right?
Oh yeah,
25, maybe 25.
it was a good
Yeah.
combo.
We just had a great podcast before the podcast, but here we are. Now we're in it. How are you feeling? How are you doing?
I'm really good, and I actually have a question off the bat for you.
Okay.
So this is kind of stupid, but I have this weird thing. I feel like I can't podcast without having shoes on.
Really? That's interesting.
What a strange thing to bring to the table.
You know what's so funny? That just reminded me, not to go too far off the path off the bat, but man, 2 off the bats in the podcast in the first 5 minutes. You said off the bat and I said off the bat.
Go on a tangent already, please. Please do it.
I was just gonna say, listening back to the podcast with Fish, shout out Fish, great guy to add. But it's so funny. There's so many, not so many times, but there's like 3 times I noticed where like you'd ask a question or Fish would say something and it would be dead quiet for like 5 seconds. And we're all, yes. Like having to compute it. I just thought it was funny because I just did that to you, I think. I don't remember what it was now, but.
Well, the thing that does suck, like Zoom is so good and so forgiving in that like we literally jump on here. I'm gonna give a quick tilt. Camera a little tilt right there for you listeners.
Hey, nice.
Wow. I just lost my train of thought real bad.
You were saying you're gonna give Zoom some props.
Oh yeah, thank you so much for picking me up, man.
Yeah,
see,
I got you.
What would I do without you? Zoom is very easy. Literally, we get on here. I hit record if I remember to hit record. Then we get started with the podcast. It records the video, records the audio. I put the intro in there. I put the what, dude.
Yeah.
And then that's about it. It's super simple. But the thing that's not forgiving for is when we're in a conversation. If you have something to say and I don't quite know that you're ending yet, and then you still have a little more to say, I might start talking over you.
It's a little delayed.
Because when we're in person, like there's more body language cues you can pick up on. It's a little tougher on Zoom.
No, that's actually a great point. And if you think about it, man, I'm just thinking of this now. We put ourselves as a part of like the new podcast movement in a way. Because a lot of podcasts are happening through Zoom now. Like that's a brand new thing.
Yeah, like I think you might have said it on the first podcast. You don't need a studio. You don't. You need a mic, and that's about it. Like mean, it's just the will to do it, the consistency to do it, and
exactly.
We're finding that. I love our listeners.
I know.
It makes me very happy. The people that are listening. So everyone who's been following and listening, I really appreciate it off the bat. Good morale.
Off the bat for the third.
No, that's the title of the episode.
Off the bat.
Off the bat.
Everything's just going to be off the bat. Well, here, I do want to go back to your previous question about you wear shoes every podcast. That is so interesting because I'll tell you what, when I do the podcast, like currently I don't have any shoes on, but I did put on cozy pants and I have my shout out Paul's shirt. I think I've had this shirt for like 8 years now.
I was going to say, I feel like you've probably had that since like 8th grade or like freshman year.
I'd say that's pretty accurate, honestly. Yeah, dude.
It's a good shirt, man. It looks soft.
Dude, so cozy. That's why it's lasted all these years. And like it's never shrunk and like the design has like faded a little, but like not that bad, you know.
I
Like
must
I
say,
like it faded.
it's impressive that the collar hasn't baconed. Have you ever?
I know.
I hate when that fucking happens so much.
I do know. I do know.
People say they get annoyed by a tight collar. I prefer a tight collar rather than a super bacon collar.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, there is a limit to the tightness, obviously, of course. Like, I don't want to be get strangled.
You definitely don't want to be getting strangled. I don't know. It's look, I for all you audiophiles who are not watching, I do have like a zip up on my neck today. So I do clearly, I don't mind it, but like, I don't know, the look of like when it's fucking hanging down here and the fucking shirt's ruffling, I fucking hate that shit.
No, I agree. I do have to say, I think I was telling you this earlier. Your jacket choice is really fresh right now. I really
Thank
like
you. This is actually one of my favorites. I thrifted this. It's a Nike Golf zip 1/4 zip up. It's actually one of my favorite golf things ever, honestly. But like,
so
it's
nice.
fucking. This sounds stupid, but I'm gonna give myself some props on matching here. These bring out my eyes super well. Not that you can see them because I'm a little fried right now, but
Good.
yeah,
Good, dude.
yeah.
No, it's a nice color. It does fit you well.
Yeah, thank you, man.
What was I saying before? Oh, yeah. The shoes. So I'm not wearing any
we're
shoes.
bad today. We're doing bad.
We're bad. I'm not wearing any shoes currently. And I normally don't. I normally just will like have socks on or something. But it's funny, like whenever like I sit down to like produce something, I always used to like to wear shoes. But I feel like now that as I've gotten a couple years older, now I'm just like, I just want to be cozy wozy.
I was about to say, I feel like now that you're in the game a while, you have a level of comfortability. Like when I feel like I put my shoes on and I'm like, and now I'm like in the zone.
Well, it feels like you're going to work, you know, like obviously you would never show up to your job or something like no shoes. So I do feel like that. You know, I've actually seen there's that's not uncommon. Like I used to watch like all these like like music producers and all like in the studio, and so many of them are like, before I go to the studio, I have to make sure I look good, like shoes, like good outfit, like everything. He's like, because it just gives that confidence, and it just feels like you're going, like the one guy was like, you're going to your job, man. You're just going to work.
Look good, feel good. Very firm believer in that one.
No, I agree. It is funny that we're going so off the beaten path right off the bat.
We're out of hand.
Did you like that?
We're out of hand. I had a feeling one was brewing.
Yeah, for sure.
I like that one. That was a really good one. That was a good one.
Good.
I'm gonna have to start dinging like an off the bat counter.
Yeah, that's 4.
That requires me to listen through the whole thing.
That's okay.
I'll get him, man.
That's okay. Me and Allie were in the car yesterday, and she's like, do you mind if I put something on that I really want to listen to? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. So she loves murder podcasts. That's what Allie likes.
What's the big one? I feel like there's one big one
that she listens to,
that everyone listens to.
She listens to Crime Junkies. I don't know what.
No, I've heard of that one. Yeah, yeah. I think that's. I feel like that's it.
It could be. I'm not in the murder mystery podcast group.
Neither am I.
I don't know what's popular or not. You know, if anyone does know, if you're watching on YouTube, give a comment.
Please
let us know the big ones.
The big ones, the big players.
The big players. So yesterday I was like, yeah, sure, put something on. So like when she said she wanted to put something like nice on, or like something that she wanted to listen to, I thought there was like a song that was like stuck in her head or something. You know what I'm saying? No. She puts on this murder podcast, and like right off the bat, they're talking about like human remains and stuff. But the funny part about it is that it was a live performance, or not a live. It was
live
filmed
podcast?
In front of a live audience. So like there's a crowd.
I've heard
laughing.
that. Yeah.
Well, it's so funny because she goes, you know, I would love to attend a live podcast. And then looked right at me and said, besides yours, of course.
R.I.P. R.I.P. She gets a live John Fa every day.
Every day. Every week. I just thought that was so fun. Well, because it's funny because like when she first originally said like I want to go to a live podcast, I honestly didn't think twice of it. Like I wasn't even thinking about it, and then she said that, and I was like, "You are there every week."
That's one of those funny. That's one of those things where it's such a fucking good one that you really gotta laugh at it. That's such a
It
good
was
one.
good. It was
That's a
good.
great one.
It was a good
Dude,
time.
that would be so cool though if like in the future we had like even like if we had like 100 listeners and we could fucking do it at a bar or something. That would be
Dude,
fucking so much fun.
Here's a question. If you had the choice that we did do a John Fa pod in front of a live studio audience, would you prefer a bar or a coffee shop?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I want to get rowdy.
Jeez,
I'm
Lord.
imagining things get off the rails immediately, or like we're already going in off the rails.
Like it's just gonna be a stream without the video games. It's just actually gonna be us talking.
Yeah.
Like what normally happens. Dude, also shout out to that. Thanks for coming in on Friday. That was nice.
Yeah, dude, it was a great time. I like it's one of those things where like I was on the whole time. Just like I was
Right.
playing like on Xbox, but like
Right.
I was still tuned in the whole time.
You were ready.
The funny thing is that okay, so I got back from Wawa. I actually ran out fucking what
You go to Wawa a lot.
now that I'm
No.
saying it, I do. But then
It's
like
okay.
not
I
only
love
that,
Wawa.
hold on. Dude, we fucking mentioned Wawa every episode.
I'm telling you.
A lot we mentioned Wawa.
Them and the almond creamer that will be brought up today. Little
Yeah.
prelude.
Yeah.
Lots
Alright,
of preludes.
Yeah, big time. I run to the Wawa, and then I get my stuff. I come back home. I'm telling you, I was looking for my headphones because I was going to sneak into the Discord to join the game. You texted me saying, "Do you want to play Apex?" And I was still looking for my headphones. It was such close timing.
Oh, dude.
It was such close timing. But of course, I was ready. I was there.
No, it was perfect. I'm really happy you are. And I didn't want to forget to the fans in John Fa, I did do what I said I was going to do last week, and I did drink tequila on Friday night, and I drank your recommendation.
That was a light one.
But I heard the mouth. I can't even do it right now. But some Espolone. It was recommended by Tabor and Fish last week. And what I was saying was I don't think I've ever gotten drunk on like tequila only. And I definitely did on Friday, and I'll tell you what. So it was interesting for me. So the tequila taste, man, is rough. I don't like it personally. But we did have salt and a lime, and I did make some tasty margaritas with it as well. Frozen margaritas. Love them. So they were really good, but the tequila shots are tough for me. I don't know why. But I still drank it. And I really didn't even feel all that drunk for a long time. And then all of a sudden, Allie was like, geez, because it was me and Tame. Shout out Tame. We were both drinking it. And like Allie shows us the bottle, and it's like empty. Like there's just like a little like end to it. And I'm like, oh my God, we drank all of that? And even on the stream, I didn't feel too bad. It wasn't until like 2 a.m. I was sitting on the balcony waiting for my Wendy's. Excuse me.
Whoa.
It wasn't until like 2 a.m. sitting on the balcony waiting for my Wendy's. And I got the spins like really bad.
Oh man, that
Like,
sucks.
It was so delayed though. It was just so interesting because like I stopped drinking probably like maybe I guess like 12:30, 12:30.
Did you smoke any of that reefer?
No.
Really?
No. All Espolone, and I did have a little bit of a twisted tea though.
I saw you champing it up. This man was slugging shots and chasing it with twisted tea.
I did. I ran out of stuff. Well, okay. Honest truth is, I didn't run out of anything. I just didn't feel like making another drink at that point of the night.
Fair.
So I saw it twisted, and I was like, you know what, screw it. And the
So, should I go? Yeah.
Just last thing about that, I did have Coronas, but I didn't want them because they were never put in the fridge. So they weren't cold.
That's gross.
Yeah.
So all said and done, did you think tequila gave you like a different like drunk, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it did. It's tough really to say for me because like for a long time I didn't even feel that drunk, but like I was like I knew I
Dude,
was,
that's
but I
tequila
didn't
for you,
feel
man.
like it either. I don't know. I really should have asked Allie for more of like a insight on like how I was because sometimes I don't really remember. But I think overall I was okay. I think if I went back on the stream I'd be like I look good.
What was your water situation? Were you
I-
drinking it?
Was I drinking water that night?
Yeah, man.
Um,
That's a big question.
I honestly can't say I was.
Dude, I'm like water champ. When I'm around drinking anyone, I'm always you gotta drink some water, get some water in you.
Really?
Yeah, because your liver can't process the alcohol without water.
Dude, that's a good point.
Yeah, and
I
then you can get even more drunk and more stably drunk.
Wow. Wow. Look at you with the little information on the John
Yeah.
Pod. That's awesome. No, I didn't know that. I usually do drink a lot of water throughout the day. Like on a normal basis, like I normally have a lot of cups. But when I drink, I never think of it.
Yeah, mid drinking, you should like usually like around like when you know how like I mean, of course, anytime you drink, it can go any which way. But like,
Right.
I don't know. Once I start drinking, I usually am kind of already feeling out how much I'm going to have tonight.
Yeah.
So like, I'm always like, by the middle of my night, I should be having like a full glass of water. Just slug it real quick, forget about it, and you'll be fine.
Hey, there you go, Dr.
Now,
Tabor.
granted, that's why I always pee all the time. It sucks because I'm always
too.
staying hydrated while I drink. Because so I'm drinking like if I drink beer and I'm still drinking water, I'm peeing all night.
All the time. Well, I mean that's okay. I pee all the time either way. Usually a lot.
I have the worst
Yeah.
bladder. It sucks, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm on the same boat as you. I do really.
What do you got? What do you got?
Look. I know what the answer is gonna be. I do know what the answer is gonna be, but I want you to go through it as always. What are you drinking? What did you eat this morning? The morning routine.
So I will say, unfortunately, I have not eaten yet. That's stupid of
No.
me. But I ate like a salt bagel at like 2:30 last night.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice cream cheese.
But
Or
there
no?
yeah, cream cheese and butter every time. There's everything bagels waiting in the kitchen though, so I definitely might grab one of them after this.
Now, when you do a cream cheese and butter, do you just put butter on one side, cream cheese on the other, and you eat them separate
Yeah, no, together.
or together? Okay.
Together because like the cream cheese and the butter together is like the greatest taste with salt. Salt like naturally enhances flavors. It's fucking great.
Wow. But you're
And
gonna
then
have
what I
everything
do,
today.
yeah, I'll probably having everything after this. With the salt though, I actually take it and then like I'll like brush most of the salt off.
Really?
Because like
Okay.
the ones from Sharky's are like, dude, it's fucking looks
Overly
like
salted?
fucking yeah, Tony Montana's death from Scarface. Like it's a fucking pile of salt on the top of it, man. It's fucking
Oh
crazy.
my god, dude, that's insane.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I was selling this last pot or even the one before. I don't know if I've ever had a salt bagel.
That's insane to me. They're my favorite. Next time you go to like a good bagel or like a local bagel shop, get a salt bagel.
Okay, and cream cheese is good on it.
Yeah, cream cheese is great on it. Like I said, I'm a big advocate of one side butter, one side cream cheese, but I would do it at your house because people while you're out typically overslap everything with as much. Dude, I'll bring up Wawa again for as a bad example right now. Wawa,
Very
if you
exciting.
go there and like fucking get like cream cheese Father slammed his coffee cup. He was so excited in the mic. If you go there and get a cream cheese bagel, they'll typically slather that fucking thing in cream cheese. It's tough. So what I do is I order the light because then they end up putting a normal amount on.
Huh. That's a good point. You know, I will say I don't know if this is unpopular opinion. I am not a fan of Wawa's bagels. I get them
Me
like once
either.
in a while,
Yeah,
but
me
like
too.
they're probably
As
like
a-
lowest tier for me.
Big time. They're like a pick me up. Like I just if I can't get anything else, I need
It-
something real quick. I'll grab that.
If you can't get anything else, or if you really can't decide,
Yeah.
I'll be like, all right. What I mean, like it won't be horrible, but like it won't be like great. But
I
you
have
know what you're
something.
getting.
This is all related, and I'm very glad to finally be bringing it up on the pod. Let me say how crazy it is that we don't consider this that much. how much is it dependent on the person when you go out to go get food that your food is going to be consistent every time? Because like if I go to Wawa and I order a light cream cheese, it actually might be super light, or it might be or it might be normal, like I want it to be, or like you know what I'm saying? Like it's up to the person really. Like if the person really likes cream cheese, they're probably gonna slather a fucking lot of cream cheese. Because like I remember when I would serve, like if I liked a lot of something, I would probably be more inclined to put more of that in or something. Yeah. And that's kind of crazy to me. Like when you go out, it's super subjective because not every person's gonna be fucking working 100% to the book every single time. It's just not gonna happen.
Perfect example of this. People not working. People not working 100% to the book. Zach Schubert at John's Friendly Market.
Pause.
It's actually funny this got brought up because again, John's Friendly Market has been brought up a couple times, but pretty much it's just a local deli, just like a little family-owned deli. I used to work there, and
it is the typical like corner store deli. It's an old like wooden door facade, like it's really it's a cute little shop. It's very small. It's a good feel.
It's cute.
Yeah. No, for real.
No, it's nice. But no, so I work with this guy named Zach, and he's been working there for a long time. And when he makes hoagie, so I don't even know if you knew this, Tabor, but like when we make a hoagie, like a regular sized, the cheese plus the meat is supposed to equal to a half a pound. Okay. That's like just the standard. And then, but then of course you add like the lettuce, tomato, all that stuff, and it makes it big. And a half a pound like is a decent amount. Like it's not like
that's nothing to scoff at. That's because like when we order deli meat for our family for like a week or two, it's like a pound.
Right, exactly. And what you probably use like 2-3 slices normally, like on a sandwich. Like you don't like
3 slices, No.
Yeah. But Zach Schubert, he always weighs his sandwiches. I kid you not. Every single hoagie he makes is over a pound. Over an entire pound. He can't even close the roll most times. But here's the funny thing. He makes a nice looking hoagie. Like really, like he is a craftsman when it comes to that.
So he should be like hired by McDonald's to like make the Big Mac for the commercial.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, and it's funny, you know, not to go on a Zach Schubert tangent, but
I was literally just thinking, I love that we're going to bring him up every week practically. So Schubert and Wawa.
Well, look, this is my last thing I just got to say about him is he is actually a decent cook. Like he makes like there'd be days like we'd be closing on Tuesdays and be like, you want a filet mignon? And like, I'd be like, yeah, sure. Are we going to pay for it? No, dude. And he just goes in the back, makes up the steak with a side of veggies and stuff. He's like made ribs in the past, cheesesteaks. Like he has all like different combos. Like he needs to open up his own food truck. I tell him that all the time. He'd make like perfect like at the baseball, like at Citizens Bank Park. You know, and he's like outside.
They should have more food trucks allowed in like the tailgating area. That'd be so good for both businesses.
No, honestly, maybe it makes a lot of sense.
Like a fee to use the lot for the year, like, and then you get to show up and sell. But also, hold on, I need to go back to this because with what you said about how Schubert's sandwiches are thick, I would hate that personally. Like, I don't like a lot of meat on my sandwiches.
Right. Well, and it's funny you bring that up because that is some customers have an issue with it where other customers wait for him specifically to make them a sandwich.
It's so funny how things work like that, man.
And this all stems back to what you're saying about Wawa. Like, where's the consistency? No one listens to 100% of the book. Like at JFM, for example, we had a breakdown of how much meat for every single sandwich that should have been on. But everyone makes their sandwiches differently. And like, you know, the customers, whether you're at JFM or Wawa, like if you go to the same person every day, every time, or like you go to Wawa and get different people, like there's like maybe you might recognize like, okay, she made me like a good sandwich the last time. Like I hope she makes it like subconsciously, like you're not saying this out loud or anything, you know, but like I feel like as a customer, you notice those things.
No, you are 100% right, especially for small businesses like that.
Yeah,
pardon me, where you know you're going to see the same people over and over again. Like if you like a lot of meat, if you're a big meat guy,
yeah.
You see Schubert's sandwiches, you're going to go to Schubert every time. You're going to make sure of it.
Right. another thing he does is the tomatoes. There's only supposed to be 3 tomatoes on every hoagie. When I first started, he already had it bumped up to 4. I think he's up to like 7 or 8 now. I'm not even close to kidding.
That's so funny, man.
But I mean, like you said, man, it is all about like the place itself might not be consistent, but that person that you always go to will be.
Yeah, I feel like
Little thumbs up. I'm off it on the right side.
I feel like we could do like literally 25 minutes on the consistency or inconsistency of people at different jobs. Like honestly, like it's crazy
Okay.
to think about, but
It's a good
I'm
conversation.
glad we have a little combo about it.
Yeah.
So let me tell you, can I drop one more thing on here real quick?
Yeah,
This
and I
is
do want to go back to the coffee.
Oh, let's get coffee out of the way.
Okay.
That's like, we got to swipe that out. We got to get
Okay.
that out of the way.
All right. Well, I just wanted to talk about mine because I actually brought.
You didn't even
something
say
for
your
show and
breakfast
tell.
yet.
Well, you didn't finish. I wasn't sure. Or we got off the tangent of like bagels. You didn't
I wanted
eat
to
yet.
I wanted to go breakfast,
Okay.
and then coffee.
Okay, so for breakfast, I actually did a classic. I had a bowl of Cheerios today.
Nice.
You know, they're the heart shape now, which is interesting.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if it's just the kind of box or if that's like how I think that's might be how they always are. I could be wrong though. I don't know. that
They're
for a fact.
circles originally.
They're normally circles, exactly.
You're having the Mandela Effect or whatever that thing is. You ever heard of that?
No, I know what you're talking about. No, I knew they used to be circles.
Okay, good. Okay.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying, the last couple boxes of Cheerios I got though are heart shaped.
Oh wow.
Like it's like because like they're promoting like healthy hearts and stuff.
The Cheerios are heart shaped.
I could bring one over, but I
don't.
I
don't think that would play well on the audio version of it.
That's true. We're gonna save everyone's eardrums and not get Cheerios. But anyway, they are heart shaped, and like the last 2 boxes I've had were heart shaped. So I don't know if they're like permanently changed to that, or if this is just like a promotional thing that they're doing. Like they'll go back to circles. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But they're very good. I put a little bit of almond milk, not too much. Actually, I put too much milk in today. Remember how we were talking? We don't like.
I was going to ask you how much milk you put in.
I put a little bit too much. It got a little too soggy at the end for me. I had a toss, not like a ton, but if there was less milk, I would have definitely eaten it all.
Hate to hear that, man.
Yeah, but your coffee back to Wawa.
I'm up. I got coffee tongue right now. I just noticed. It happens, man.
It does.
So for coffee today, Keith, God, I hate when I drop a Keith. Fa texted me this morning. We both did the same thing. We both just did not get up or muster the energy to go to like a nice little independent coffee shop or something, or even just anything off the beaten path.
Different. Yeah.
Go on.
I was just gonna say, this was so set in stone that last night Allie was like, "We're going, right? Like we're gonna go to this coffee place in the morning," and I was like, "Yep, mm-hmm." And I think the original time we decided to get out was like 8:45. Like that's what time like we'd be up, and then like maybe leave by like 9. Before I went to bed last night, I set my alarms, put it on the charger, and Allie goes, "So what time did you set your alarm? You said like 8:30, 8:45, right?" I set it for 9 o'clock and 9:15, and I fell asleep. And Allie was like, "We're not going. You didn't even set your time right."
No shot. You were going.
No shot. I didn't even give myself a shot in the morning. And I was upset that I still didn't go, knowing I didn't even give myself a chance.
It happens, man. It happens.
But yeah, but look out for that next week because I really want to.
I'm doing it.
There's a place only like 10 minutes away in Disney Springs. It's like a new place with delicious cold brew. I really do want to give it a review on the pod.
I think AB was telling me that there's going to be a new independent coffee shop, or not. I don't know if it's independent, but like a new coffee shop opening where Dunkin' is on the pike. Like the close one.
Like they're going to close that down and open a different coffee shop? I mean, thank God. I mean, that's the worst Dunkin' around.
There's also a trillion Dunkins around us. That one doesn't even have a fucking drive-through.
Doesn't even have a drive-through, and I've never walked out of that Dunkin' completely satisfied with whatever I ordered.
Agreed.
Like you and for the longest time, I don't know if this is true. That one was more expensive than the other ones.
Really?
By like almost 20 cents.
That's
like,
insane.
Obviously, it's not like crazy, but like on top of not getting good coffee and it's a little more expensive, it's like I'd rather just drive just a little extra and like not have those things. You
I
know?
haven't really been on the Dunkin' train since we used to go, and like they used to do the free iced coffee when the Eagles would win.
Every Monday.
Dude, that was during like high school. I remember.
Mhm.
Oh my god, it was so much fun. Like, it was senior year. They would still do it. Like
Yeah.
one of my buddies or one of our buddies would like pick you up, or you would pick them up, and before school you'd go get iced coffees. It was fucking great, man.
That's kind of like how me, Mac, and Kraus became really good friends because every Monday after school around like 6, 7 o'clock, we would go to Dunkin'. We'd have our spot. We'd like sit at this table and we'd have free coffee and like hash browns or like a bagel, maybe not all the time, but if we were hungry or whatever, we'd get it. And then we'd actually go back to my house, eat pasta, and play Family Feud on the Wii.
Love to hear that.
That's
And
a
you
true
know,
story.
hidden thing about offering free coffee, like the expense for them to offer free coffee. I mean, a lot of people will like, if all you have to do is download the app. Well, even if they made it like, okay, you pay $5 a month and you get free coffee every Monday or whatever, like you could have people come in, they would spend more money on bagels and hash browns and donuts than anything. Whoa,
Dude,
it's going off out there.
do you hear that?
Yeah.
I think it's a helicopter. You know what? Me and Allie just bought this new little fan. I thought it was like Allie screwing with me or something, like putting the fan near my head. I was like, I don't feel like she want to do that though, but it was something outside. What were you just saying? Oh, dude, that's a great idea. We should open up a coffee shop where you pay a subscription for the coffee.
I like that idea.
You just said the idea.
It'd be like no, like that'd be like more like like we talked about like they ship out coffee, but like this would be
Yeah.
better. This would be better. It would be like a lounge, and like you come in, you have your pass or whatever.
Yeah, like you have your membership card, and I would want it to be chill, but like also if you do just need to get it and go, like you're able to do that too. Like you don't
For
have
sure.
to have the full experience, or you can have the full experience.
Yeah.
And if you have a membership, coffee's like, yeah, it's like a great deal, like $6 a month or $5 a month. Like if you come 1 week and get coffee,
It's worth it.
it's worth it. And I mean, now coffee's more expensive. I mean, even at Wawa, I think it's like almost up to $2, right?
Yeah, it's getting expensive, man.
It's wild.
Dude, oh wait, did I even get to my coffee yet?
No.
Off the bat.
Off the bat.
All right, so I picked up a 24 ounce. Now I did get something new, technically.
I was gonna say, don't be flinging that coffee cup around.
No, there's still a little. There's probably about like two sips left. It was so called Boosted Brew. I don't know if you've seen this in the Wawas down there. If you've been there recently, it said it was extra caffeine.
And no, this is like in one of the containers, like they have.
Yeah, it was red.
And that's what you have currently?
Yeah, it was good. It is very good. I like it.
Do you
Tastes-
feel more caffeinated at all?
I don't know necessarily,
Yeah.
but like
I feel like
tastes
that's a
good.
tough thing to judge, honestly.
It very much is.
Especially like when you've been drinking coffee for a long time, like it's
Mhm.
just pretty regular. My
Cream and sugar though. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say that. That's simple. That's it. I'm
cream
out.
and sugar. I'm
Yeah.
out. Dude, so I made our coffee. I made the home brew today. I actually don't know which one it was. We got 2 different flavors from Aldi. We got the regular French vanilla, and then we got ones with whole beans that we have to grind up and all.
Now let me
But,
ask you something. How fresh are the beans that you get? Like, are they in like a package, or do you get them from like the store and like put them in like a bag?
They come in a package.
Okay, I gotcha.
Like next to the coffee grounds, they just have coffee whole beans.
Gotcha.
Which I do have a little interesting story about that happened this week, but it's a little spooky. I don't know if the John pod can handle it. But
Punch on with your coffee.
yeah, so I'll finish up with the coffee. I don't know which one I had today because I think it was the full bean one, which I can't remember what flavor it is. I think it's just like a medium roast, honestly. And anyway, made that today, put my almond creamer in it. Very classic, very good. But I did want to ask you, Tabor. I got this the other day, and I get them a fair amount. Have you ever had these Dunkin' drinks?
I can't say I have. I've had like the Starbucks ones before,
Mm-hmm.
but never those. Should I give one a try?
I think you should have one of the Dunkin' ones. There's
Is
so
it
much
French
so much
vanilla
better
or
than
something?
Starbucks. The one I have is French vanilla, but I just wanted to say they literally just put out their Girl Scout cookie flavors, and I tried the Thin Mint one, and it was very good.
Love the that sounds like a nice, like, I know it has caffeine, but like after dinner, like a little.
Well, actually, the reason why I'm bringing them up is those are one of the only things that still makes me feel like hyped.
Really? Our
Like
5
regular,
hour energy's not doing it for you anymore?
they're a hit or miss. Where I feel like if I have one of these, like I feel just a little jittery, not like crazy or anything, but I'm like, whoa, all right, like
I
this is
love it.
good. So try it one morning. I'm
I
telling
will,
you.
man.
Give me a review.
Dude, I'm down, man. One of these next, not this week, 2 weeks from now, I'll bring it in. I'll bring it on in.
Okay, yeah, 2 weeks, right? Because next week we got a review.
I've been dying to drop something on you since before the pod.
Okay, let's hear it.
I don't want to plan for us ever having to miss an episode.
Mm-mm.
You would never want to plan for bad things, right?
Mm-mm.
But say we did.
Okay.
I have us covered. Because guess what I found on my Google Drive?
What'd you
Coffee and Contemplation, episode 1.
find? The OG. Wow, you, me, and Fish.
Yep.
And did you listen a little bit or no?
Nope.
So you have no idea.
I have no idea if it's listenable. I have no idea if it's anything. I know we were drunk when we did it.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude.
I feel like that's got to
when
be
you're drunk.
released. Yeah, I feel like that's got to be released as like a, if we ever miss an episode, like that's like the secret episode we're gonna
Like that's what
release.
we do.
Yeah.
Dude, that was a great. I didn't know we were gonna go with that, but that's a great idea.
Yeah, and we don't have to. I thought that was a great idea. I don't ever want to, like I said, I don't want to miss an episode.
Yeah.
God forbid if we did though. If that's, I'll have to listen a little through it. Like I'll send it to you.
I would love to. I thought you were gonna say like you would want to pull something like where you're Michael Strahan on the Morale Zone, like we have a backup.
I wouldn't mind that either. That we could have like TDN and Not So Shady.
Oh my! Wait, that's even a better idea than what I was gonna say. I was gonna say like if one of us isn't there, then we just replace the other person. If one person can't show up, just completely new host for one episode.
Dude, I think they'd be fine, man.
I think
They
they'd be
listen.
okay.
They get the jive of the show.
They get the gist, dude.
Yeah.
This would be like a lot, like for Purple Moose, and I would never want to put this on her. But we should like purposely plan this where like even the intro is their faces instead. Like we replace everything with their faces, and dude, how crazy would that be for like an April? For obviously, it would have to be next year, or not really. We could just do it whenever. But like. We literally changed the intro. They're like, yeah, this is the Nick and Corey show. Like, just act it like it was their show.
I'm so with that idea.
Just for
I'm
one.
so with it. That's
then, like,
so good.
And then at the end, you know, we could just put, you know, this is all a joke. Or just wait until the next week and people will be like, oh my God, I got to see.
And
It'll
then
be like a Rick
they
and
come
Morty
back
stuff.
again and we let our hands off. Dude, okay.
Is that
So
what we would do?
big time. I actually have to have a
Is it time for the what, dude?
what?
Wait.
Oh, it's so good.
Dude, Fish with the add-ins. We gotta do that this week.
Yeah, dude, I'll send it to you, man. I'll send it to you.
Good.
Okay, so are we ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
You vamp for a second because I got to pull up the article, but I have the gist of what this is going to be about.
Okay. Well, in the meantime, let me just knock out a couple things that I did want to bring up real quick. Little update on Lenny the Lime Tree. Got him a brand new pot finally. He's in a nice big blue pot. Along with that, we got more plants. We got a hanging plant, and we got like 3 small ones in a bed. So we got full of life out there with Lenny currently. Very excited. Lenny's very happy. We were nervous about moving him. Perfect. He did cut up Allie though. He was a little angry and got her a couple with the thorns. So yeah, Lenny's really good. And I also just wanted to bring up that this morning before the pod, I saw a TikTok of this Japanese man who walks his turtle every day, and the turtle's like 150 pounds, and for a 5-minute walk, it takes an hour and a half. because
What
he's
a
so
patient
slow.
man.
So you took the words out of my mouth. That's exactly what I thought. Like people like will stop and take pictures. Like it's a huge tortoise, dude. And
Imagine how happy his wife is. He's the most patient man on earth.
his wife got him the turtle, and the turtle was
Shut up.
smaller. The turtle was smaller than the palm of his hand. And when the turtle turned 10 years old, it just kept growing and growing and growing. And now he's 150 pounds.
That's so cool. That could be a what dude in itself. I'm still gonna drop mine.
No, of course. That was a to your what, dude?
Wait. What, dude?
All right.
All right.
Are you ready?
Number one, I think it's funny. Like, I don't. This is gonna be sounding like I'm talking about edible, but like coincidentally, after we talked about how that caffeine boosted wasn't shit, I'm getting the jitters a little bit right now, man.
Really?
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
Good. Feeling hyped
right.
up.
I do have my what, dude?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. So, did you obviously played Pokemon when you were a kid, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, did you know? I think this was so it was in Pokemon Red and Blue. There was a Pokemon that you could essentially glitch the game and get, and it was named as a missing no, because the data in the game was missing everything, so it's short for missing number, and it is literally, it's like a giant, here, I'll, for anyone watching or for anyone listening, it's essentially, it looks like bars of like, it looks like a QR code, honestly. I'm going to show it on.
Yeah.
You see it?
Dude,
that is the Pokemon.
I've seen this in videos. I'm a sucker for like top 10 like glitches in games, or top 10 like just weird stuff in video games. I remember hearing about that. I did not know that meant for the missing dad, though. Is that what you said?
Oh no, I said missing data.
Data. Oh my gosh.
I apologize.
Okay.
Yeah,
no, that's okay.
That was my I was fucking slurring my words, man. I apologize.
Coffee, man.
Dude, the coffee will do it to you. But yeah, I thought that was really interesting. I don't know if it was like the most powerful Pokemon in the game or anything, or if it was even any good. But it was interesting to me that I mean, like, obviously it was super early on in Pokemon, but like there was the code and data for a Pokemon that they removed out of the game.
Yeah, that is interesting. I definitely think that must have been a mess up somewhere, but you know, now it's a piece of the John Foss show.
Yeah, big time. You know who would know more about that? Macalusa.
Yeah, you know, maybe we need to have just Macaluso on for a Pokemon segment.
I would love that. I would love if he was on.
Yeah, I would too. We definitely
maybe we can line that up.
Dude, real quick while we're on the video game train, just quick plug-in right here. Every time I say plug-in, I think of when we did do the previous pod, like the very first one. And I remember I said that and you went, plug. I don't know if you remember that.
I'll have to drop some more of those, yeah.
Yeah. But dude, on the Morale Zone tomorrow, I will be playing the brand new Resident Evil game that just came out, and I wanted to ask you if you've ever played any of those.
No, I actually haven't, but I used to love watching Trevor Prinz play them at his house. So Trevor's house used to be like, not anything goes, but kind of like an anything goes place. And it was like me, Jake Giuliano, Ethan Craig, and Trevor Prinz. We'd be squatting up at Trevor's house, and essentially what we would usually do is just like, we'd fucking hang out, watch Trevor play Resident Evil, and then we would also play fucking ball tag outside, and we would always make Ethan be it.
Come on.
There was this one time, not to get off of too much of a tangent, I we'll go back to Resident Evil 1 second, but one time we were at Trevor's house, and Ethan had enough of being it every time for ball tag. Trevor's like, all right, fine, it's cool. Like, we all wanted to play, so
right.
Trevor grabs the ball, he starts counting. Ethan turns for 1 second. Trevor throws the ball at the back of his fucking head, and then Trevor sprints away.
Poor Ethan. Shout out Ethan if you
shout out Ethan.
Listen.
I really hope he does. He's such a great guy, man. I think we might have mentioned Ethan before already on this podcast.
I think we have. I honestly
like that. I like that. All right, so sorry. Go back to Resident Evil. I apologize for that mega tangent.
No, that's amazing. No, I was just gonna say I am gonna be playing that. Just came out on Friday. I'm super excited, man. Doing a little spooky morale if you're into that.
Yeah.
And I wasn't sure if you're into spooky games or not.
I like watching. Like I'm going to enjoy watching you play. Like have the lights off, be smoking a little
A little
bee blunt.
spooky. Yeah, dude, and be a little spooky morale. It is fun.
Spooky morale is good sometimes too. It makes the good morale even better.
It does. It does make the good morale. Oh. The very last thing I had to say was I gave a little prelude last week that I wanted to discuss time and how crazy
yeah,
that is.
you're right.
I'm not going to go on a full tangent about it, but all I really just wanted to say was, isn't it just crazy how, like, you know, an hour is an hour. It's the same every single time, but like an hour of like doing like the pod versus like an hour of doing work is completely different lengths.
100%.
Or like doing the
It's
stream,
like it's incomparable too.
right. Or like just doing anything like fun. Like if you're out, like, you're at a restaurant or I don't know, like you're just doing something. You're like, oh my God, that was already an hour and a half. Where if you were at work, it would have felt like 20 minutes went by. Like it's just so interesting how slow or fast it goes depending on what you're doing.
Time is a man-made construct.
Thank you. Bless you. but that's all I really want to say about it, because I think about it a lot, and it's weird. If anyone else out there thinks time is weird,
Drop
right
a time is weird in the comments below.
Dude, we should have like an air horn, like in honor of Matt Cord, who we were talking about before the pod. Time is weird.
The Sixers announcer goes ham.
Yeah, we are gonna try to get him on the pod.
That is the Sixers stadium announcer, for anyone unaware. His name's Matt Cord. He actually also does radio for WMGK, I think.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I did not know that.
He is the man. He's definitely the man. We have many connections with Matt Cord, so we're thinking it's going to be a breeze.
So many connections.
Yeah.
He's going to be the first celebrity.
Dude, I had one more like weird thing to bring up. Like not weird in a bad way at all.
Okay. I'm ready.
So you know the song Brass Monkey? This is like another sub. This is a free one, dude.
Yeah.
You know the song Brass Monkey by Beastie Boys?
Yeah.
Do you know what a brass monkey is? It's a fucking it's a 40 of fucking Old English. It's a fucking like really cheap beer, and it's you dump a little bit out, like just like to the top of the cylinder, because it's like a glass cylinder, obviously. You dump it out to like the top of the cylinder, then you put orange juice in the top.
Really?
Yep.
Have you ever tried one?
That's a brass monkey. No, but I'm like kind of inclined to, because like I feel like people wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't kind of good.
Yeah. No, I of course. I don't think it's just like a completely made up thing. Like it's
right.
Some people must like
I'm
it.
kind of inclined to try it.
But I mean, there's also people out there who likes, Lebanon, or not Lebanon bologna, liverwurst.
Yeah,
with
man.
onions. Do you like that one?
I like that one a lot, actually.
But no, maybe you should try that too, and give you a review on the John Foss sometime.
Yeah, dude, maybe I feel like the next time I go to a house party, I want to try that. Like, just have like one or two of those for the night. Apparently, one will set you good, but like I want to have a second just in case.
Just to say, no.
Yeah,
way.
I mean, 40 ounces of any beer is definitely a lot.
Yeah, dude, I just want to say, the statistics of this pod so far. There's been 3 what dudes and 4 off the bats.
I'm shocked because more off the bats didn't happen. Well, now just 2 more happened.
So now we're up to 6. But
at least there's probably another one at least snuck in there that we didn't realize.
Yeah. But dude, it was great talking to you today.
Oh yeah, man. You got anything else? Dude, we talked it up today.
Dude, I kind of can't believe it. It's been like an hour, right? Noi?
Let me see.
Can you look?
Yeah, dude. It's been, I think, close to 50 minutes.
Jeez.
Or maybe an hour. I'm not quite sure.
Wow. That is insane. Yeah, I think I talked about everything I want to talk about. Just wanted to say new coffee next week. So look forward to that.
Yeah, new coffee and not like no Wawa for me. And dude,
No Wawa.
can we do no mentions of Wawa at all next week? Can we vow that? I feel like I'm more of a culprit than you, like honestly.
I agree, but I do like hearing about the Wawa. But if you don't go to Wawa, then yes, no,
Yeah,
no Wawa
I'm
talk
not going to
unless
Wawa, and I'm not going to bring it up next week either. No
All right.
more Wawa.
No, you know what? None of our tropes. No almond creamer, no Wawa, and no Zach Schubert next week.
None of our tropes.
None of the things why everyone comes and listens to the John Foss show.
I love it, man. Dude, is
But-
that it? Is that everything?
I think so, man.
How good of a countdown did Fish give me last week, and did I completely blow it?
Yeah.
I loved watching you too because you were getting excited too. You're like, let's go. Like, yeah.
I can't wait to see your countdown today.
Well,
There's
this is
actually
the
a count
countdown.
up.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you're right. I was gonna do the Sixer song, but then I kind of forgot that it was episode 6, not 7.
Right.
No, dude, right.
But man, yeah, it was great doing this with you. Have a great week, and I can't wait to listen to the pod tomorrow.
Hell yeah, man. I'll be on your stream tomorrow in the chat, of course.
Yeah,
Make
Resident
sure
Evil
to
tomorrow.
check out the Morale Zone if anyone in here hasn't. I mean, most of our, I feel like these are like, once again, I'm telling you, it's like a mother had set of twins, and she sent one to the West Coast, and she left one on the East Coast.
Wow, little Brett Brown at the
Little
end.
Brett in there. Little Brett for you. That was for
I love
AB.
it. That's for AB.
AB's
Shout out
favorite case of all time.
That's what I heard too.
Yeah, it happens, man.
It
All right,
does.
well, before we get off the rails, especially, let's get out of here.
Let's
Thanks
get
for
outta here.
listening. Been another great episode of the John Fa Pod. Thanks to everyone that listens, for real. It's a pleasure recording this, man. For real, like I said, we recorded for 20 minutes before the pod, just doing a pod essentially. So it's a great time. Thanks to everyone for listening. We'll see you next week, man.
I'll see you.